I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. Couple minutes no score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
It's the end of a busy weekend and time for the 7th and final game of round 3 in the British Basketball League. The Cheshire Phoenix are hosting last year's treble-winning London Lions. It's the second game of the weekend for both teams, and keeping across all the action is Josh Bett and Surrey head coach Lloyd Gardner.
Thank you very much, Jeanette, and welcome British Basketball League fans here to the Cheshire Oaks Arena, as currently tonight it will be the Phoenix hosting last season's treble winners, the London Lions. Well, hi everybody, I'm your commentator Josh Bett, alongside head coach of the Surrey Scorchers, Lloyd Gardner. Coach, this is going to be a tough game for the Cheshire Phoenix, but what better way to do it in front of their home crowd?
Well, two teams with momentum coming in. Cheshire off big win Friday night against Newcastle. 2 big wins already for them this season, beating Newcastle, beating Leicester. So what a scalp the London Lions may be to add to that.
Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups here. We'll start with the Phoenix, and of course the Phoenix, some key players look in, the likes of Maceo Jack, Aaron Wright, making the jump from the NBL here to the British Basketball League. But LaQuincy Rideau has been a player that needs to have a big impact here tonight. Skylar White shooting from the perimeter needs to be something that the Phoenix can go to in this game, but it's all going to be about their defense. Well, momentarily we're going to take a look at the starting lineup here for the London Lions, and some of these key players will be featuring in this season's Euro Cup campaign. The addition of Gabe Olasheni to the British Basketball League, along with both Matt and Connor Morgan, but Tariq Phillip, the naturalized player for Great Britain. Well, Coach, we're going to take a look at some of the key players. I'm going to start with Cheshire Phoenix, Maceo Jack. What can we say about this superstar?
Well, one of few returners for Cheshire going into this season. Maceo Jack has been superb. Early stages, shoots the ball really well, an explosive athlete, strong when he's putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rim as well.
Well, Maceo Jack, the key player for the Cheshire Phoenix. But now let's think of the London Lions. You have Connor Morgan, a man who played for Badalona in the ACB, but how has his impact been here in the British Basketball League?
Well, Connor Morgan missed some time in pre-season for Lions, and you felt first couple of games didn't really have his groove. Last time out, started to find that from beyond the three-point line.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back momentarily for this big game.
You put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. There must be blind like curtains, certain. Anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, it's reachable. Lost the heights, achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable.
I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
We are basketball.
Team is everything.
We fight till the final moment.
Slow in the corner for the win.
These are new beginnings. Time to raise the standard.
Be better than the best.
McKenzie. Oh, beautiful.
10 teams, 1 goal.
Become the champion.
You know, and it's playoff champions. I've seen this in 2 decades.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are British basketball.
Welcome back, Basel fans. Ben Thomas and his players will be looking to get going for another victory, but we're underway here as the Cheshire Phoenix will get things going. Aaron Ryan looking to attack on early here. Bit of contact going all the way, but can't finish this one. Only come up with a loose ball. Lions now trying to get the tempo going very early on. Well, Matt and Connor Morgan both in the line. Interesting about Matt Morgan. He was a nominee, of course, for being the MVP, Lloyd, of the French Pro A last season. That's one of the top international basketball leagues in the world.
Oh, big-time scorer, 20 points a game last year as well. So we knew his pedigree, and he's another guy, I don't think he's quite found his groove as part of the team yet with the Lions. We know how exceptionally talented he is. He's been scoring his points, but another guy who missed, a big part of pre-season for this Lions team. So he's still finding his way and how he plays with the other guys on the floor. And that's a dangerous sign for the rest of us in the league, because as he gets more and more integrated with this Lions team, I think that he's going to get better and better, and it's going to take them to another level as well.
Now remember, the last time Cheshire Phoenix defeated the London Lions in the league was on the 19th of February in 2021. They won by 7 points. And of course, that was the time when one infamous Matthew Bryan Manning was one of the key players for this Cheshire Phoenix team. The Phoenix did defeat the London Lions in 2022 in the British Basketball League Trophy Final. But in the league, it's been very, very tough for them, finding Rye under the basket. Well, Rye going up and finishing. And that's a good start there for the Phoenix.
Yeah, the question is, how are you going to guard Skylar White on the pick and pop? Gabe Olasheni there is guarding him. So that's going to be the rotation Lions are going to have to play against.
Philip trying to go in and around the defense, and again, a tough move by the former San Pablo Herrera Burgos player. Right now, kicking this one out, but almost turning it over. Loose ball up in the air, but the Phoenix able to secure this one.
Great recovery from Tariq there. Manages to get back the rotation when he gets beat, still to be able to get out and deflect that pass.
Rideau looking to isolate. Time winding down. Goes up, it gets rejected, but the foul is going to be called against Gabe Olasheni. So 2 free throws coming up for LaQuincy Rideau.
Interesting. So that time, Gabe guarding Skylar White on the pick and pop. And the Lions decide to switch. Heady play from Rideau to put it on the floor, tack against the big man from Lions, see if he can draw that contact or get the finish. This is exactly what he did. So great execution from Cheshire Phoenix, like first couple of possessions on this end of the floor.
Then victory on Friday on the road at the Vertu Motors Arena, Newcastle. He was 4 rebounds away from a double-double as he finished with 15 points on the final nail in the coffin, and said good night and goodbye to the Eagles fans as they headed to the exit, but unable to secure the free throws. The Lions now the only team undefeated this season so far in the British Basketball League, and again looking to maintain that record as they go further on. A good help side defense by Rideau. When they have numbers, he's going to go all the way and finishes this one in transition.
Really good defensive rotation from the weak side. Those sort of pass come in, picked it off and finishes transition. Links up for the misses from the free throw line.
Lions will be looking to get their Euro Cup campaign underway. Team playing in the highest level of European basketball. Again, good defense by Skylar White, making it tough for Olasheni. But now Phoenix here, no crossing over, going in, but again, just gets it to rattle in, and a good start for the Phoenix.
Well, the stops are the important thing for Cheshire right now. So often we see some teams get some momentum against Lions offensively. We haven't seen anybody be able to slow them consistently on this end of the floor.
Morgan drawing the foul against Skylar White, so he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Now, the worry for Cheshire, Skylar White important. They don't have deep rotation on the inside. Cheshire, tough ask for Skylar White already against the strength and depth of this London Lions team on that front line. They will not want him to pick up some cheap ones. So he already got 1 block against Olasheni. Got away perhaps with a call that could have gone against him. Now he gets it on the second opportunity against Morgan. And this is a guy, highlighted him in pre-game. He really started to find his rhythm now. 5 threes for him in the victory over Bristol on Thursday night. Best output for him in this young season as he's starting to play his way back after a little miss in pre-season.
Well, Phoenix, again, just need to keep the rhythm and momentum going in their offense. Trying to backdoor play with Aaron Wright. Pump fakes goes up, a bit of contact, but no foul called.
That's just great pass from Skylar White as well. Good execution against the pressure of London Lions.
Well, Olasheni jumping in the air. Did he land on the ground? But Mo Salawade wide open. Again, it did look a little bit dubious there because you kind of felt, did Gabe Olasheni get that pass off in time?
Yeah, it was a question mark, wasn't it? But Salawade didn't hesitate. Knocks down the 3.
Right now, choking under the double team. Again, London failing to capitalize in transition. A turnover committed by Tariq Phillip. Well, those two teammates for Great Britain, you were an assistant coach in the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers, in which that final window when they defeated Estonia, going into that final game, a heartbreaker against Israel, but they were key components in that team.
Yeah, Tariq was, young and really started his European career too much. At that point, had been playing in Hungary and has grown, tremendously since that point. Tariq Phillip, who he kind of, got him early in his career. He's been a main part of a GB team when he's been healthy since then. Gabe, we know, arguably one of the best bigs British basketball has seen, if not ever, at least in the last few years. So yeah, 2 important pieces, 2 great British pieces for the London Lions.
Skylar White joined the British Basketball League in 2019 in 14 games with the Surrey Scorchers. Almost averaged a double-double, 2 rebounds shy, but again, as of last year, was playing in Norway, where again, he averaged 19 and 7 rebounds. So again, a good addition for the Phoenix this season. Well, Morgan going for a 3 off the dribble handoff, and again, 6 out 1, and the perimeter shooting from Lions. If it gets going, Lloyd, it could be a problem for the Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what we said. You can't let London get going on the offensive end. You give them shots like that, put so much pressure on your own offense, and the size, the athleticism they have can really slow you down.
Well, finds Olasheni in transition, gets stripped there, now goes out of bounds. And good defense by LaQuincy Rideau. And a bit of a gamble there, but timed that one to perfection. Coach Petar Božić infuriated. He felt there should have been a foul called.
I think the energy good from Lions, though. You can see already Tariq Phillip was frustrated. They had a timeout before, telling his team they want to get out and run. Doing it again here. 2 opportunities missed, but, warning signs for Cheshire on how they've got to keep control on that end of the floor.
Cheshire just trying to find something in their offense. Rideau in the backcourt, going pick and roll with Skylar White. Maceo Jack fires a 3-pointer. Good response there from the Phoenix.
Maceo Jack is great on catch and shoot. You can't give him any clean opportunities.
Well, this is definitely a team that likes to get things going from the perimeter. I mean, that is their bread and butter. Now they're up against the league's best. Tariq Phillip easily got to the bucket, but was unable to finish.
White perhaps worried about the fouls, already picking up that cheap one.
Skylar White goes for a Hail Mary, can't get it. But again, you can see this. That is every option that they will try to go for in their offense.
Yeah, they shoot the ball well, and so much for them comes from the 3-point shooting. They make a couple, they keep you honest on the outside, and as the game goes on, the defense stretches more and more. That's when they're able to get downhill with their guards, able to get to the rim in transition. And also what they've done early season is be an exceptional team on the offensive glass. Now, Coach Božic's team, a lot bigger than the teams they've played against, a lot bigger than all the teams in the British Basketball League. So can they still have that success getting to the rim late? Can they still have that success, Phoenix, getting on the offensive glass?
Phoenix now here still in by 3 points. Again, one thing a lot of teams won't go for is a lot of offensive boards here against London because they know how good this team is in transition. But Phoenix get inside the paint and make it count. Nice play there by Stevens.
Yeah, not the greatest defense from Lions there. Lovely cut from Stevens. Kind of found himself a lot of room just on a little slice cut right into the middle of the paint.
Morgan getting a handoff here with Olasheni. Straight to the bucket and finishing inside the paint. A nice move there by Matt Morgan.
Just so talented offensively. He really is. Gets to the basket easy, but it's because of the threat of the way he shoots the ball.
White here guarded by Jordan Taylor. Trying to make the most of a mismatch. Bit of contact, goes up, can't get it. White mistimed the offensive board, but comes up with a loose ball. White left wide open, pump fakes. Takes another 3-pointer, can't get this one. The Phoenix battling for every single second chance, but that will go out of bounds. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break as we'll be back momentarily with 4:04 to go here in the first quarter.
work in, you put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, just reachable. Your step high is achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable,
I am
unbeatable.
unbeatable. Every time they wanna clash, I am unbeatable. Chances running out of start, and we're running out of clock. I fail once gonna stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, British Basketball League fans. We are live here at the Cheshire Oaks Arena in Ellesmere Port in the northwest of the United Kingdom at the moment. London Lions currently trailing here against the Cheshire Phoenix. And, you know, look, so far it's a spirited start here from the Cheshire Phoenix, but it's about maintaining this going forward for 4 more quarters.
Yeah, and that strength in depth for Lions is something we've repeatedly seen. They're able to wear teams down.
Well, Morgan finding Sharma, goes in with a little jump hook, but can't capitalize. Rice secures the rebound. A nice little dime down low, but again, they can't get something quick.
Skylar White has gone out. This is going to be the interesting time for Cheshire. Now they're able to hold the inside, but Rideau knocking down the 3. You know, more and more his offensive influence is coming for this Cheshire team. You know, last time out against Newcastle, as you mentioned, he had a really good game.
Well, the Phoenix again won't hide the fact that this is a team that lives and dies by the perimeter. As Granham now trying to isolate here against Aaron Wright. Cheshire looking to extend here, leading by 6 points. No with the hesitation. Tries to dish up, but wasn't ready for it. That goes out of bounds. A bit of a costly turnover there for Cheshire. Well, the GB General, Luke Nelson, checking in for Matt Morgan. Well, the Phoenix also making some changes early on. Both teams really going to their bench early on here in the game. Is coming in is Holden. Now, he has been leading the British Basketball League in assists so far this season.
Yeah, well, he's an exceptionally talented player, Cam Holden. Able to cause lots of problems, you know, does a lot offensively. He's kind of a bit of a tweener, not really sure what position he is, but just makes plays.
Well, they go for a quick 3 in the corner, can't get it. Phoenix with another chance to extend here, lead in by a slender 6 points. As we mentioned, the last time they beat the London Lions at home in the league was back on February the 19th in 2021. Throwing a Hail Mary pass and hitting the young fan. Oh, I think that's the young volunteer actually in the corner. Lions looking to chip into the deficit. Taylor now, he'll try to look for the perimeter, can't get him. Phoenix doing a good job of keeping London off the offensive boards.
Everything's been on the outside for Lions in this last couple of minutes since the timeout. Not really sure that's the best way forward for their offense right now.
Sharma was wide open, they don't get the ball to him. Dante Grantham, another player who played in France last season with Slouk Nancy. Once rivals with Morgan, as goes all the way and throws it down with a two-handed rim rocker.
Yeah, exceptional ball movement from the Lions, you know, just swung right to left, quick interchange. Cheshire couldn't keep up with the way the ball was moved.
Well, Cheshire again go for another 3-point. This is a team that does shoot just under 40% from the perimeter. And they'll continue to go for what they do best.
Yeah, that was a good look for them. Design play, pick and pop, they'll take that as a clean look.
Also kicking out to Grantham, finding Taylor, pump fakes. Good ball from the Lions, but is the end product there? Again, Cheshire refusing London any second chance points at the moment.
Better from London because they got a touch in the paint, though. Ball was penetrated and kicked out before the three. It's the most important thing for them.
Well, avoided the block shot there from Josh Sharma. And London can get something quick in transition. Ran to pump fakes. Wasn't even in front of the basket, was behind, but again, a costly foul there. So Dante Granton will go to the charity stripe for 2 free throws. A chance to cut this down to a 2-point ball game. Well, both teams at the moment, well, London actually have 5 turnovers. Cheshire with only 3, but both teams with 1 still apiece. The one, obviously, the issue Cheshire's going to have to go up against this game is a lot of players are going to have to play significantly a lot more minutes because the depth in this Lions team, I mean, it's no question, it's a lot bigger. It's, you know, it's a lot greater in all due respects to the Phoenix.
Yeah, obviously they do have a deep team, London. They're relentless. They keep coming. You know, the pressure, especially in the backcourt, they're able to exert. You know, guys like Jordan Taylor, they don't back down. They're a physical presence to disrupt your offense. You know, that's something they're really good at. As David Olfer's come in, he's going to be an interesting one today. He's, you know, traditionally an exceptional rebounder. It'll be interesting to see how he does against this big Lions front line.
Looking for the handoff now. Trying to go for another 3. 3 is up, and the 3 is good from downtown. Stevens making it count.
Great movement from Cheshire. You know, it was the cut that made the help come. And that's what got the open look. Another early jump shot from Lions.
Well, 3 seconds difference between game and shot clock, but one thing they're going to call a technical foul here, Lloyd. I think a technical has been called against the London Lions, so a free throw, well, no, a foul has been called off the ball, excuse me. So my apologies, no technical was called. Giving the ball up now. Fine and Holden. Has to pull up for the tough, long 2-pointer. Can't get it. But all battling for offensive boards. Kicks out. Can they get another 3? 3 is up. 3 is good. Phoenix. Chagwa making it rain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 8-point lead here to the Phoenix at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back for the second quarter momentarily.
You put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, you're reachable. Your step high is achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
We are basketball.
Team is everything.
We fight till the final moment.
Slow in the corner for the win. Can you believe it?
These are new beginnings. Time to raise the standard.
Be better than the best.
McKenzie. Oh, beautiful.
10 teams, 1 goal.
Become the champion.
You know, and it's playoff champions. I've seen this in 2 decades.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
Can you believe it?
We are British basketball.
welcome back, British Basketball League fans, here to this matchup between the Cheshire Phoenix and the London Lions. If you are watching us live on the YouTube stream, please hit that like button, but also subscribe to the British Basketball League on YouTube and other social media platforms. Well, Phoenix do have an 8-point lead, but the Lions at the moment trying to get this way back in with Connor Morgan for three-point land. Again, the big man sinking it from downtown.
That's what he does. Connor Morgan, an exceptional outside shooter, but pretty perfect first period for the Cheshire Phoenix right there. Everything they would have hoped for.
Olf was wide open there on the pick and roll, but they didn't get the ball to him. The turnaround move, no good. Olf diving on the floor there, trying to avoid a foul, of course, but could have come up with a jump ball scenario. Grantham almost losing control of the ball, but able to keep this one back. Finds Josh Sharma. Good night to everybody in the Cheshire Oaks Arena. Sharma Airlines just went down the middle, and we had takeoff.
Well, a real trailer from Sharma. He was the man on the floor, late to get up, and Cheshire kind of forgot about him on that end.
Well, finds David Olf in the middle. Olf just trying to get the finish, and he's stroking. I think those rims just have a little bit of a slight touch that enables the ball to go in.
He's just got such an ability to find space in the lane. David Olf, a great offensive rebounder, great mover away from the basketball as well. You've got to constantly know where he is.
And he's a former player that you coach at the Manchester Giants. I mean, he is a solid warrior. He will give you, anytime he's on the floor, relentless amounts of rebounds. Just a true hard worker. Olf down the middle, going up, avoiding the block, but couldn't get the finish.
This is where Lions are going to take advantage. They won't be in a hurry.
Now the question here, I think they're going to call a blocking foul against Holden. Now, believe.
Basket good, looks like.
Yeah, it's got to be. Well, here was Sharma Airlines, the pilot, said we're going in for a late landing. Wow, I don't. Lloyd, was he inside the restricted zone? Now, Richard Stokes did say to us, regardless whether they're inside or outside the restricted zone, is that if the player is not airborne, it's not going to be it's regardless at that point. But, you know, charge or block in your mind?
It's always a tough one. It did look a little bit late, to be honest. That Sharma was on the cut. Defense slid over without getting positioned there before he arrived. So, yeah, it's always a tough one. It's always a tough one. Obviously, we've seen the replay, and it's still a question mark in our minds for that one. Lions get the friendly call perhaps on this occasion. We'll see how if it evens itself out for Cheshire a little bit later.
Sharma's able to convert the three-point play. Maceo Jack tries to pull up for the mid-range, can't get it. Phoenix coming with offensive rebound. Sharma with the rejection. Well, just told the passenger that he's not welcome in business class. Well, baseline now. Taylor finds Morgan. Good ball movement here. Well, can they finish this one? Sharing is caring from last season's treble winners as Dante Grantham able to repay the favor.
That's Lions at their best. You know, ball getting swung, great penetration, the cut, an extra pass from Connor Morgan as well.
Lions with a 1-point lead. And it's just incredible. Whenever you have a bit of a cushion against the Lions, they are able to get themselves back in the game so quickly. As Luke Nelson draws the blocking foul. I think this one's going to be called against Arian Rye, I believe.
And this lineup for Lions, you know, this is a lineup so tough to go against because you've got Morgan and Grantham both in kind of that 3 and 4. A lot of size there for them to get on the glass. And then Sharma, you see, as the 5-man, able to influence on the inside. He can rebound, he can block. These two can play inside, outside so effectively. And then you've got the defensive and experience of Jordan Taylor at the point, and then Luke Nelson being kind of that free spirit that can shoot from the outside, create off a pass, get all the way to the basket.
Well, timeout called as Ben Thomas needs to get his players to finally get some composure, trying to regain a bit of control in this game. Well, the once fan of the Cheshire Jets now taking the helm. 2 trophies already here in the British Basketball League as the lead coach of the Cheshire Phoenix, but at the moment, no, his team, it's almost like a roller coaster with it because they can play a stretch of games where they are just unbelievable. But then they have that one game where they just fall off the racks. But you know, you kind of expect that now from the Cheshire Phoenix.
Yeah, I think, like we said, we've seen from some great games already for them. They would have looked at the fixture list, I'm sure. You know, the experience of Leicester and Newcastle in the early stages, and I thought, God, it's a tough start with those two and Lions in their first, 4 or 5 games. But they've been able to beat Leicester. They've been able to beat Newcastle. Great return for them. And really, it's only been the Sheffield game that they'll be disappointed with winning. They could have been coming into this one unbeaten at this stage. So, you know, I think Cheshire come into this game full of confidence, believing that they can get a win here today.
And to all the Basel fans watching live here on the YouTube stream, this man right next to me, this is a scouting report for him because Cheshire's next game will be on the road against Surrey. But if Cheshire loses game, they'll be unbeatable on the road, but they'll be beatable at home. Well, there you can see the offensive ball, the putback. Nice little post move there by Josh Sharma.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Cheshire. Played good defense, everything right. Just the size of Josh Sharma getting the rebound over the top of Ulf. Not much they could do about it.
Trailing by 3 points. Lions now going on an 11-0 run here against the Phoenix. Wright kicks this one out. They go for a deep three. No good. The rebound secured by Morgan. This is where the Lions can be very dangerous, of course. Morgan, left wide open, takes a three. Doesn't get the roll in, but another offensive ball for the Lions.
Cheshire just a step slower than they have been. And I was about to say, you can't give Conor Morgan open shots. They've given him 2 in the same possession. Said he has found that three-point range now. And Cheshire have got to find a way to get the energy back of that first quarter. They were the first to everything through the first 10 minutes. Now you just feel like Lions have got the tempo that they want. They've got that comfort level. And now look at the quality they're going to bring in. And Matthew Morgan and Tariq Phillip coming into a game where they left, they were trailing. Now they come back in, they got a lead and they got a bit of momentum.
Phoenix trailing by 6. Something in this offense will keep them mentally in this game because Lions, we mentioned, one of those teams, when they get into that rhythm, it can become almost impossible. As Wright kicks out the corner, this is good movement from the Phoenix. 3 seconds down, step back, Rideau with the Hail Mary three-pointer from no man's land. That's a tough play by LaQuincy Rideau.
Yeah, it is, because Cheshire created the advantage through the penetration from Rye, but then they lost it. You know, London recovered. Still, the shot in the end was a tough one. Good make from Rideau.
Again, you just see Conor Morgan there, unable to get the backdoor play, but just enough. His presence makes it almost impossible. Yeah, but credit to the Phoenix. They've done a good job so far in this game of keeping London off the offensive boards. But look at Morgan here. Scrambling here, little jumper, can't get it, but 2 Phoenix players unable to keep him off the offensive rebound.
And that's where we talk about just the size of this front line. Because it's often smaller guys matching up with Conor Morgan, because we said they've got that, you know, Morgan and Grantham combo, and then you've got to take care of Sharma on the glass as well.
Trying to go for the long one. Phoenix do a good job this time of securing the rebound. The LaQuincy Rideau three-pointer did make it a potential one-possession game. Phoenix just need to gather themselves here. They go for another tray in the corner. 3 is up, and they tie the game up at 32 apiece.
Maceo Jack must be up there with catch and shoot percentage for 3 among anybody in the British Basketball League. Really exceptional shooter with those touches.
Morgan hesitated, didn't get his feet under that one, and a foul is going to be called against Josh Sharma. That's going to be the second team foul against the Lions here in the second quarter.
And Morgan kind of shot himself out of that one, kind of hesitated when he had the look, killed his own rhythm.
This is good for the Phoenix, because if they can take the lead here, it's almost like they've had to ride the storm here for the Lions comeback. But you know, many teams, when Lions do make those runs, then it becomes a double-digit lead, they're 20-point deficit. So this team mentally, if they can keep themselves ahead in this game going into the second half, a huge bit of confidence for them. Wright got it by Morgan. Tries to go in with a Euro step, can't get it, gets his own rebound. Tries to battle here. Turn around under the basket. Arian Wright looking like a baby Tim Duncan at the moment.
He's got great footwork around the ring, right? Picks up those offensive rebounds or gets deep in the lane. You know, he's just able to step through, reverse pivot, find that space when others can't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a minor break as we'll be back momentarily.
the work in, you put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, just reachable. Lost of heights achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm
I am
unbeatable.
unbeatable. Every time they wanna clash, I am unbeatable. Chances running out of start, and we're running out of clock. I fail what's gonna stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, British Basketball League fans here. Second quarter action. The Cheshire Phoenix currently holding on to a slender lead here against last season's treble winners, the London Lions. Yeah, look, we talked about Phoenix trying to stay in this game, and as I mentioned earlier, trying to ride that bit of momentum wave from the London Lions at the moment. They've done a good job of that so far.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from Cheshire. Keeping in touch in distance, but I think there's still more to go. You know, they've had a couple of good looks for three they haven't made. And, you know, a couple of guys still. We haven't seen Skylar White get going from beyond the three-point line. So still a lot more to go. Good performance so far from Cheshire.
Rideau now trying to split the defense down. Nowhere to go here. Has to put up another tough three-point again. That's going to be a little bit short, but the follow-up by Aaron Wright, I got to tell you, not many teams try to compete for offensive boards against the Lions.
No, and that's the big thing. We already said it. You know, Cheshire shoot enough threes. They kind of keep you honest. And what that does is then gives them the lanes to penetrate, and they just have great energy on the offensive glass.
A nice little penetration by Matt Morgan. Now, we did see before our timeout that Connor Morgan did limp off the court, so hopefully he is okay, in which Lions fans for sure want to see him come back. Wright trying to go all the way. Draws the foul. He will go to the free throw line. I mean, he's been terrific so far. His transition from NBL to British Basketball League, it's been impressive.
Yeah, there's Connor Morgan. No grimace from him. See if he's okay. It was, you know, him trying to slow down Aaron Wright that put him on the bench. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Aaron Wright, again, another great performance. Perhaps a breakdown defensively there for Lions, because Kieran Sandy went for the steal and he gave the line to Wright. When you give this man advantage, he's so quick off the drive, can go right, can go left. And we already talked about the exceptional footwork that he has when he's able to come to a stop in the paint.
23 points in his opening game against the Leicester Riders, 17 against the Sharks at home, and 19 on Friday night on the road against the Eagles. Again, the stats don't lie. Morgan kicked this one out to Granton. Again, good rotation by the Phoenix. I don't know if fans can see that, but in the bottom right corner, there is one Richard McNutt, former Sheffield Sharks player, occasionally assistant coach for the Cheshire Phoenix, a legend, a British basketball legend in this part of the United Kingdom. Again, shows the community factors, the culture ingrained in the Cheshire Phoenix. As Morgan in the corner, sinking the three-pointer, cutting it down to a one-point ball game.
That's great play from Lions. Moving it around, get it to the right man to take the shot. Morgan's off to a good start here.
Right, going in with a little Euro step, a bit too much on it, can't get it. He's gonna pick up a foul in the process. That's gonna be the fourth team foul against the Phoenix here with 3:08 to go in the second quarter. That's a nice move though, isn't it?
It is. Again, it's that footwork. Goes one way, gets a clean look. I think he's more frustrated than anything on the foul, because he knows he had a pretty good look at it.
Phoenix with no more fouls to give. London with a chance to retake the lead. Solowati penetrates. Morgan goes for a tough step back three-pointer. No foul called. Well, Cheshire need the composure in their offense. Maceo Jack another three-pointer. That's a bit of a tough take.
Morgan's come up limping as well. Both Morgans. Some struggles, but yeah, not a great one from Jack there. Didn't have the same rhythm to it.
Foul is going to be called against Maceo Jack. It looked like a good block, but there will be 2 free throws coming up for the London Lions.
We've seen that before from Maceo Jack, that little recovery block. Got one against Sheffield last week, very similar to that.
I don't know if I agree with that one. I like that. Looked like a good block to me.
Yeah, it was for sure a block, you know, clean up top. The question is down underneath, you know, was there body contact? What was the little push against Morgan as he was elevating more than, you know, the ball? As for sure, he was able to pin it on the backboard cleanly.
Well, British Basketball League fans, as well as London Lions fans, a big game this week for the Lions as they will be hosting Umana Real Venezia of Italy in their first game this season of the Euro Cup. And some of the cool names you definitely want to look out for coming to play, the likes of Marcus Spisu, who did feature for the Italian national team this summer at the FIBA Basketball World Cup, as well as former Houston Rockets and NCAA champion Kyle Wiltshire. That'll be midweek. London Lions going up against Umana Real Venezia. As Morgan makes the second one. Lions holding on to a 1-point lead. Under 2.5 to go. Holden looking for a post-up. Kicks this one out. No goes for another 3-point. Again, this one's way off the mark. Didn't get his balance right. But that's a very wide open look for him. He's got to take those ones.
Yes, I mean, Airball Day's made 2 tough ones already in this game. So then Airball, probably the cleanest look that he's had, Rideau, I think it's slipped out of his hands. You know, perhaps he was just too open.
Well, finds Morgan on the backdoor play, and again, a bit of miscommunication by the Phoenix defense.
Well, Rideau tried to gamble for the steal, but Olusheni was just too good. Saw him come in, threw it to the open man that he had left.
Well, White's going for the 3-ball. Trying to crossover. Skylar White pump fakes.
He likes to step back going left, Skylar White. Good defense from Lions. Now they've got a rebound.
He's going for a tough contested 3-pointer. Lions now looking to push this one over. 95 seconds to go. Morgan pulls up. He takes the 3.
Cheshire need to get something going to the paint first. An offensive foul. Good play from Solorade. And the problem for Cheshire is on the last possession, it was all on the 3-point line. Everybody trying to shoot a 3 without that breakdown to begin with.
That's an interesting one there because Solorade does get ahead of him, but did he have position on that one? Obviously, Ben Thomas doesn't agree with the call, but I mean, how do you make that one? How can you tell the fans why that's a charge?
Well, you know, the referees will say that Solorade had position. He was in a legal guarding stance, and Rideau went into him. Now, the question is, how much contact was there? Was there enough to knock Solorade to the floor, et cetera, which I think Cheshire will have an argument with. But, yeah, the referees have called it in favor of the defender on that occasion.
Well, Ben Thomas has just been given a warning, but a Lions turnover. And again, ladies and gentlemen, look out below with a 2-handed jam. And again, welcome to the Cheshire Oaks Arena as the man who leads the league in assists at the moment, trying to rip the ring down. Well, Holden being very physical here with Morgan. Grantham being guided by Rye. Philip now looking to shake and bake. Goes to the mid-range. Can't get it. White able to keep Olusheni off the offensive boards.
Great work from Skylar White there. Excellent box out for him. He's just got to be patient in trying to get these looks. Doesn't need to force it. Smart play from Cheshire to milk some time here.
Holden trying to use the ball screen. Gets a switch now. Got it by Olusheni. Finds White. Pump fakes. Pulls up for a tough 3. 3 is up. 3 is good. Skylar White making it count.
And that's better from Cheshire and smart from Skylar White. You know, didn't force it, as we said, waited, had the confidence his team was going to find him, and then he gets that shot away, going to his left as he wants.
He is not afraid to take the tough shots. Hand in his face. This guy will get a 3-point shot off under any circumstance when he's on the floor. Well, here was a dunk by Holden. And again, just look, we're going to take a look at Skylar White here, but that is a tough 3-pointer. You mentioned he loves that step back.
Yeah, it's exceptional going to his left. And as I said, for me, though, it's about the poise, the patience from Skylar White on that possession. Good work from the Phoenix to try and use that weapon he has, you know, find him when he's got that room.
Well, Ben Thomas will be very pleased with how his team have responded. But again, fatigue-wise, it's going to be a lot to ask from Cheshire to maintain this with 2 more quarters. Because as you know, whenever the Lions make a substitution, it's always great quality coming into the team.
But Cheshire have matched the energy throughout this game, and arguably, you know, those energy areas that they needed to win through the first 20 minutes, they've won them. They've got on the offensive glass. They've got, you know, Aaron Ray go into the basket. They've got some transition scores. They haven't been hurt on the offensive glass. And really was that one kind of lineup for the Lions that really worked. And one we talked about, it was Taylor, it was Nelson, it was Sharma on the inside, and then it was Morgan and Grantham. That 5 was the one that Cheshire really struggled to guard. Outside of that, it's been even play.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching live on the YouTube stream of the British Basketball League, please can you give this live stream a like and also subscribe to the British Basketball League on YouTube and all other social media platforms. 1 and a few tenths second difference between game and shot clock. Lions will try to dribble us one for the final possession here in the first half, trailing by 2 points. Solowati now with the ball in his hands. Going down to Olasheni. Olasheni down the middle, nowhere to go. Kicks out, Morgan, final shot, got it! The question is, did he get it off in time? That's gonna be a 24-second violation, I believe, so good defense by the Cheshire Phoenix. I wonder, will the officials maybe review this, but
Probably checking to make sure the time is correct. Yeah,
you're right. Yep. So Phoenix now will get 1.3 seconds left, but Ben Thomas will call timeout as he tries to muster up one final possession. The Lions do have 1 foul to give, but again, collectively, a lot of positivity here in Cheshire Phoenix's defense so far.
Well, just positivity all around. Been a great first half performance from them. 1.3 seconds, Lions won't be able to use a foul because, you know, whoever gets it from Cheshire will surely just turn and shoot, and you don't want to commit the foul in the act of shooting. The one thing that you do have is you have the lighthouse in Skylar White. You can perhaps hit him high and just ask him to turn and shoot on the catch if you can get him around the 3-point line. Obviously a bit of a Hail Mary for Cheshire, but the way they've played, you wouldn't be surprised. They've done pretty much everything right in this first 20 minutes.
Peter Božić, the head coach of London Lions, spent the last few years coaching in the NBA G League with the Austin Spurs. And was a part of the coaching staff as both an assistant and head coach of the great Partizan Basketball Club. He played in the ABA and EuroLeague. Also was a player for many years for the great Partizan. Played in many eternal derbies against their rivals, Belgrade Red Star, also known as Crvena Zvezda. Of course, up against a man who's won 2 trophies here in the British Basketball League. A phenomenal job that Ben Thomas has done with this fantastic franchise, the Cheshire Phoenix, also before known as the Chester Jets. One of only 3 teams that have ever won a quadruple in the British Basketball League. Well, Holden's got to get the ball inbound. White now puts up a Hail Mary again. Almost cut it off the backboard. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, the Phoenix lead by 2 points. And we'll be back after a short break.
Everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain. Anything you got, you've earned it. Sky is the limit, you're reachable. Your step high is achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable.
settle in, go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop, take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
We are basketball.
Team is everything.
We fight till the final moment.
Slow in the corner for the win. Oh! Can you believe it?
These are new beginnings. Time to raise the standard.
Be better than the best.
McKenzie. Oh, beautiful.
10 teams, 1 goal.
Become the champion.
Playoff champions. I've seen this in 2 decades.
A new era, a fresh start, a total reset.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are British basketball.
Lewis throwing it. Oh! And there's our posterizer slapping his head top again. Legion Robertin putting a body.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that is top 10, maybe number 1.
Well, welcome back, British Basketball League fans, here to the Cheshire Oaks Arena. At the moment, it is the home side, currently leading last season's defending champions by a slender 2 points. And so far, what a game it's been, Lloyd Gardner.
Yeah, really impressive first half from Cheshire. We've seen a couple of other teams, though, play London tight in the first half. The question is, can Cheshire contain, or can they continue this momentum for a full 40 minutes?
Well, the Phoenix currently leading the assist by just a slender 3, but at the moment it's been 7 turnovers from the London Lions, with 7 3-point field goals from Cheshire. But we would expect that, of course, from this team.
Yeah, but they've done it. That's the key thing, you know, that you would come in, you look at the rebounding battle being even. They've forced turnovers from London, and they have made 7 threes. So everything working for Cheshire. Can they do it again this second half? That's the question.
Well, the London Lions currently trailing by 2 points to the Cheshire Phoenix. And again, what a phenomenal start it's been here in the first half. But at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to show you some of the highlights from the previous game of today, which saw the Plymouth City Patriots pick up their first victory against the Sheffield Sharks. Well, we're going to go to the tail of the half first. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to look at some of the key plays here from this game. Sorry about that, guys. Well, again, Lloyd, it's been a phenomenal start here for the Cheshire Phoenix. Aaron Wright getting off to a good start, but, you know, credit to London.
That's been the star for Cheshire. You know, no surprise we've seen that for him. Double figures already. And London, you know, they're an experienced team. They've got a lot of guys that can play from behind, as we've seen throughout this season already here, because they've played a number of games. You know, they can play from behind. They are an experienced lineup of being able to, you know, just wear you down over the 40 minutes with plays like this. Getting out in transition and looking to run, but look at the energy from from Cheshire. That's the question for them. Can they continue to cause trouble attacking the paint like this? Can they continue to cause trouble with the offensive rebound?
As we mentioned, 7 3-point field goals coming from the Phoenix, but Matt Morgan at the moment becoming a very much an offensive go-to player for the Lions. Well, that was a step back by LaQuincy Rodon. Again, he's had some key moments, but this has got to be something he maintains going into the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's such a simple thing to say, but nobody's been able to do it against London so far. You look at the games they've had, you know, first game out against us, you know, first half relatively easy, even. London have got that gear to go to. Against Caledonia, it came in the second quarter. Against Bristol, it was in the second half, where they just really wear you down, and then are able to get that ball moving. They're able to find the freedom for shooters. They're able to use the size and the depth they've had. So can Cheshire be the first team that can match them throughout the game, or will it be regular story for the Lions?
Well, there was a three-pointer coming from Connor Morgan, the man who used to play for Badalona, but then the throwdown there by Holden. Great defense leading to a transition point, and the Phoenix leading off that, but again, it goes back to the perimeter shooting. Skylar White unconscious, shooting under intense pressure. But Basel fans, we're going to show you some of the key highlights from the previous game now between the Plymouth City Patriots and the Sheffield Sharks, and then we'll show you the highlights on Friday in which the Cheshire Phoenix went on the road and beat the Newcastle Eagles. Quick pump fake and looking like a baby Hakeem Olajuwon. You've got to love the footwork on that one.
Yeah, he's such a solid addition to Sheffield. Here comes Plymouth, a lot of momentum. Sheffield already called a timeout.
As Joe Hart just nails the three-pointer. Now it's a double-digit lead into the home side.
The media timeout coming in less than a minute for Atiba. They need something to stem the momentum. They get exactly that, and it's from Pipkins, key man for Sheffield.
Blackwood fakes a pass now, goes to the long 19-foot again. 6-1, right in the face there of DeVoe Ramsey. Well, Faulkner looking to isolate, down the middle. Goes all the way, and again, using the backboard to perfection. And the City Patriots controlling the tempo. Rotino goes in and gets rejected. Well, good defense coming from the Plymouth City Patriots. Can they capitalize? Johnson wide open, three is up, three is good. End-to-end stop there, and now it is a 20-point lead to the home side. Johnson goes up, makes a bit of contact, and the follow-up there. Well, again, throws it down with no regard. Well, going for another three in the corner, back-to-back triples, and maybe something that they could try to build on here. Well, Johnson again, turning it over. Plymouth losing it yet again. Can they capitalize there? Now it's a 5-point deficit with just over 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. And another turnover. Sheffield going all the way. And again, Kipper Nichols with the follow-up. And again, a bit of an acrobatic play in transition. Sheffield just need to be very disciplined, very principled here on defense. Johnson looking to isolate. Kicks out. Faulkner, corner. Got it! Big time three-pointer! Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Plymouth are going to get their first victory. Congratulations to the Plymouth City Patriots as they win this one 92-87 against the Sheffield Sharks. What an unbelievable finish. White had a wide open look. Takes one more pass to the corner. Third triple now coming for the Knicks. Him going baseline. One more pass. Johnson's made one thread again. This guy has come ready to play, Zania.
He has, yep.
Taking this one out back to Ryan. They go for a fifth three-pointer corner. You bet they can. This team at the moment getting the umbrellas ready. Johnson almost turning it over, keeping the line. Goes behind the back toward Hibbett. Are you kidding me? Jordan Johnson, something out of nothing with the behind the back dime. Zarian Ryan in the corner, and again, they are unconscious from the perimeter. Oh my goodness! Del Pesh just elevated over the entire city of Newcastle with no regard for the Cheshire Phoenix help side defense. The Eagles looking to respond again, just showing them a taste of their own medicine. Knicks now looking to chip into deficit. Shifting and shaky, going off the backboard. This guy just putting on a clinic at the moment. Well, Ryan looking to go all the way. Goes in with a little floater right at the dying moments of the third quarter. Arian Ryan going coast to coast for the Cheshire Phoenix. As you mentioned, it's been very close between these two teams. Neighbor wide open, takes a three and responds to perfection with the tray ball. No kicks out. Right, corner three, got it! Big time three-pointer, and the Phoenix.
Huge answer.
Well, we have to try and get the ball inbound quickly. Well, again, they turn it over. Knicks come up with it. They have numbers here. We're gonna slow this one down, and it's gotta be a count it. Penny, Rideau.
Yep, and he says bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cheshire Phoenix bring the first defeat to the Newcastle Eagles here at the Virtus Motor Arena.
You put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, you've reached the heights. achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
We are basketball.
Team is everything.
We fight till the final moment.
Slow in the corner for the win. Can you believe it?
These are new beginnings. Time to raise the standard.
Be better than the best.
McKenzie. Oh, beautiful.
10 teams, 1 goal.
Become the champion.
You know, and it's playoff champions.
I've seen this in 2 decades.
A new era, a fresh start, a total reset.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are British basketball.
Lewis throwing it. Oh! And there's our posterizer slapping his head top again. Legion Robertin putting a body.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that is top 10, maybe number 1.
Welcome back, British Basketball League fans, here to this game between the Cheshire Phoenix and the London Lions, and some of the key results we've seen over the weekend here in this fantastic league. Well, Coach, of course, it was a big victory for the Cheshire Phoenix on Friday, but at the moment, they could be going the weekend undefeated here at home if they can maintain this for the next 2 quarters.
What an opportunity for Phoenix here at home. Said big victory over Newcastle Eagles, a renewed Newcastle team. Great win for them on Friday, and could they be the first team to upset Lions in this young season?
Well, of course, next week will be some big games, as we mentioned, but the big game to look out for will be on Thursday on Sky Sports. Caledonia Gladiators in their new arena will be taking on you, Coach, the Surrey Scorchers. Make sure, if you're in town, get some tickets to go to the new arena. But that man there, Jordan Taylor, he will be the guest presenter in the studio for that game on Sky Sports. Caledonia Gladiators will be hosting the Surrey Scorchers. Are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Ready to get back onto the floor. Disappointing losing a close one last night, but hoping to go one step further next time out.
Jordan Taylor, as you mentioned, will be the studio host, a man who played recently in Romania before coming to London last season, but also has played professional basketball in Japan, Israel, Turkey, France, and quite a few other places. I mean, he's a primetime pro, but he's going to get his first ever debut as a presenter. But at the moment, Coach Božić, well, what do you think he would have said to his players at the halftime talk, knowing they're already down by 2 points?
I think we've said this is an experienced Lions team. They won't be phased. They'll know that they've just got to break this game, try and use the experience and the depth that they had. The big thing I was checking here is there's no Connor Morgan in the lineup for the second half. So will he appear at all? That's a big loss if he can't play. You know, his three-point shooting could be a real X factor.
Well, Maceo Jack now dribbling into traffic. LaQuincy Rideau turning it over. Not a good start there for the Cheshire Phoenix.
So Connor Morgan wrapped up. You can see his leg right there between the advertising hoardings. Got some ice on his left knee, so we may not see him. As we've been talking about for Lions, this is where they always seem to find that next gear. So far in this season, this third period has been key for them, just blowing the game open and establishing a lead.
Well, they got the switch on defense to dump down to Gable Asheni, drawing the foul against Maceo Jack in the Phoenix. If they are going to make those switches on defense, which are going to be inevitable, they got to try. Lions here going through. Gable Asheni in the back pass, finding Dante Grantham in the throwdown there under the basket, tying the game up at 43 apiece.
Dante Graham is very good. Grantham is very good at that as well, moving away from the ball, Recognition there of the little lane opening up along the baseline. Smart work from him.
Skylar White had the pump. What's interesting is he was always looking for that contact in the first half of the pump fakes. He had the golden chance. He got Grantham off the floor.
Yeah, but Grantham was playing the lane of the pass. He was rotating late, knew that Skylar White wanted to make one more.
Under 10 here on the shot clock for the Phoenix. The pick and pop with White. White for three. It's up, no good. The follow-up still no good, but golden opportunity there for Cheshire.
Yeah, breakdown from Lions. Didn't switch the ball screen late on the rotation and gave up the offensive rebound.
Well, Tyreek Phillip making an aggressive drive to the bucket, giving the Lions a 2-point lead earlier in the third quarter.
A slower tempo suits Lions. A bit more everything, a bit harder for Cheshire here.
White looking for an isolation here. Let's go for a tough fadeaway three-pointer. You kidding me? Skylar White. He doesn't make wide open three-pointers. He only makes tough ones, doesn't he?
That's the size of White enables him to shoot over the top of a lot of defenders as well. A big hit. An important basket out for Cheshire, because it was another of those plays where nothing really worked for them offensively, and so didn't have any ideas left. White fires it up, just has the ability to make the tough shot.
I definitely wouldn't want to play a game of horse with this man, because he seems to make the most impossible shots when he's on the floor. Giving the Phoenix a 1-point lead. Finds Taylor now. Taylor fires to the perimeter. Can't get the roll in. Rebound secured by Rideau. Well, Taylor's going to get called for the reach in. Well, I'm not sure. I mean, do you think Ben Thomas is maybe arguing that this could be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul, or? Well, Ben Thomas, if you're have a look at the replay here. Well, to me, it looks like a regular foul.
Yeah, I don't think Taylor went to get the ball. Obviously, there was contact. It was a foul. And, you know, Rideau kind of come up limp. He took a knock. That's what happens in the game sometimes. Looks like he's okay to continue, which we hope he is. But, yeah, it was a basketball play in my mind.
Now, of course, to the viewers watching at home that may be unfamiliar, because in the NBA you have the flagrant foul, international basketball, the unsportsmanlike foul. What is the unsportsmanlike foul in general terms?
Well, that's a very detailed answer, to be honest. But the unsportsmanlike is often an act which isn't a natural basketball play. And it's probably the quickest definition, and there's a lot more behind it, behind the rhythm and the tenacity of that foul. But essentially, it's if you're making a play that isn't a regular basketball play, it's outside of the parameters that the referees would deem to be something you're doing through your normal phase of play.
Matt Morgan will go to the free throw line here for the London Lions, and a chance to give them a 1-point lead if he makes both of these. Well, he was phenomenal last season playing for Le Mans. You know, he had some experience and also had some great games when he went up against Victor Wembanyama's Metropolitan in the French Pro at the LMB. I've been speaking with him. It's like in a plus 30-point game against Victor Wembanyama. I mean, that's incredible, that is.
Yeah, he's just such a smooth scorer, Morgan. Even from the free throw line, it's like he barely even cares. You know, he's at the line, shoots it, nothing but net on both shots. You know, really is a natural scorer. That's a great move.
Hesitation goes in. It will not be denied. And giving the Phoenix a 1-point lead yet again.
Well, that is not a move of a man who's 0 for 6 for the field. Christensen, a beautiful little stop and go.
Foul has been called off the ball.
You know, so I would ask the question, how is this well, we're not going to see the replay. This is a little stop and go from Christian. Beautiful little fake, gets Olashani on his heels. Great work from him, but on the opposite end, you know, it was a cut to the basket for Morgan, and Ray grabbed him, held him back. Not sure how that isn't an unsportsmanlike if it's a foul.
Well, foul is going to be called against Stevens. It's an interesting point you make there, because yeah, this has been something where we have a lot of debates about. You know, you and I, we see a lot of international basketball, the ability to commentate basketball, Champions League and FIBA internationals, and a lot of times you do see the unsportsmanlike foul called quite often, but sometimes I think that's just to protect the health and safety of the players on the floor.
I have, you know, my personal belief is that I don't think we in the British Basketball League have got the unsportsmanlike foul particularly well established in the last couple of years. I would actually say this year has been really, really good from the officials. I think we've taken massive steps for that. You know, which is a good sign. And I think, like the players, like coaches, you know, the referees are constantly evolving. They're trying to make the game as watchable as possible for spectators, as good as possible for the players to play in as well. So I think they've done a tremendous job making some adjustments early in this season from what they saw that went right and wrong last year. You know, and it's always going to be a difficult thing to establish.
Well, pulling up for the mid-range off the dribble, can't get it, but White with the follow-up, and the Phoenix retaking the lead by 1. London not boxing out Skylar White.
The switching defense takes away White from shooting the 3, but you've got to keep him off the glass.
Great defensive duties. Aaron Wright preventing an offensive board for the Lions. Can the Phoenix extend their lead? Wright looking to isolate. Lesheni trying to be disciplined. Now we're under 10 here on the shot clock. Rideau being guarded by Phillip. Rideau getting fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line. On question who they called the foul on here. Was it on Olesheni or was it on Tariq Phillip? Well, this one's going to be against Tariq Phillip. That's good hit for LaQuincy Rideau. Time was winding up. That's interesting there because Phillip again. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. There was a meme of him on the internet back in 2020 when he played in Jerusalem for Hapoel. He made the exact same response to the referee as foul on me. I need to find that GIF. It's somewhere online. It was before he made the move back to Turkey. Infamous. Somebody please make that back a meme on the social media. That is brilliant.
Foul or not, heady play from Rideau. And it's been a solid game for him. It really has. Said he had a good game against Newcastle as well, didn't he? Statistically, he had 15 points, he had 6 rebounds, he had 5 assists, he had 2 steals as well. So a really good game there, and he's backed it up again here today with, you know, the starting points really of an impressive performance through this first 25 minutes.
Well, a man after leaving the University of Southern Florida, where he averaged 12 points per game, his senior year played in Luxembourg, Slovenia, and in Ecuador. So definitely has been a great traveler world round for playing his international professional basketball. 2-point lead to the Phoenix. Lesheni goes for a quick turnaround jump shot right in the face of Skylar White, and a good response there. Tying the game up at 51 apiece.
That's the Lions' play to get Olesheni the touch on the low block. They like to go to it. They haven't had much out of it today. Olesheni's been quiet. It's in fact his first basket. First point of the night for him.
Well, White goes for a tough step back, but heavily contested by Olesheni. Gabe runs the floor, but unable to control it, and that's another turnover here for the Lions.
Well, that's kind of summed up the game for him. Runs the floor, good effort, just kind of didn't take it in quite cleanly. Olesheni so efficient. You're just not used to him making mistakes in that way, or not used to him not being able to finish a play really easy.
Spent the last 3 seasons playing in Turkey for Dara Shafika. In the lane now, smooth move going, and the Phoenix being led by Aaron Wright, giving them a slender 2-point lead yet again. Morgan kicking this one out now. Good ball movement. Tariq Phillip for the 3-pointer. Just can't get it. But Morgan doing enough and drawing the foul. And the problem is that's going to be 2 free throws coming up. But great job by Matt Morgan.
Such a playmaker, Morgan. Look at this. Out of nothing. Just takes it away cleanly. I'm not sure there's much of a foul. Rideau is going to pick up his 3rd as well, which is a shame if he has to go out. But again, a heady play from Morgan. So Rideau does have to spend some time on the bench now.
Well, interesting about Matt Morgan. After leaving Cornell University, played in the NBA Summer League with the Toronto Raptors, then signed a 2-way deal where he went and played for the Raptors 905. He had 8.5 points per game, but really made a name for himself playing in Turkey and then Le Mans last season. Where, as we mentioned, 20.4 points per game last season in one of the best international professional leagues worldwide, the Pro Island B in France. As you mentioned, phenomenal playmaker as well as a scorer. These two teams locked in at 53 points. Holding go for the post up. Again, turning it over. Morgan throwing the one-handed dime, finding Tariq Phillip. Phillip goes in. A foul is going to be called. I think the Lions are calling, should this be an &1, I believe? Did he touch the backboard?
Yeah, they're not going to get an &1 on this, surely. Phoenix are frustrated it was even a foul call. Let's have another look. I mean, I couldn't see any way it's a goaltend. No.
Well, swipe on the block was what was made there. The foul is going to be called against Kristen. And Tarek Phillip currently the free throw line here for the Lions. Missed the majority of last season due to a horrific knee injury that he picked up in the preseason after the FIBA Eurobasket. Another man who's played in some of the top leagues, the ACB, the Italian Serie A, also the Turkish Basketball Super League, but also in the Israeli Premier, in the Winter League, excuse me, briefly with Apoel Jerusalem. Makes both free throws, giving London a 2-point lead with 5:06 to go here in the third quarter.
We talked about how this third quarter so often for Lions is the kind of turning point in a game, but Cheshire sticking with them still midway through this quarter.
Well, a turnover for the Phoenix. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back momentarily for the third quarter.
Anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, you're reachable. Your step high is achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. Every time they wanna clash, I am unbeatable. Chances running out, stop. And we're running out the clock. I fail once, then I stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, British Basketball League fans, here to the Cheshire Oaks Arena. Currently, the London Lions have a slender 2-point lead against our hosts, the Cheshire Phoenix. Well, basketball fans, if you are watching us live on the YouTube stream, please make sure you hit that like button, but also subscribe to the British Basketball League on YouTube and all other social media platforms. Something the Lions haven't done since the first quarter is have a 2-possession lead over the Phoenix. They can do that on this possession. Flip now, a bit of time and space, takes a 3-pointer, 6-1, taking it to a 5-point ball game.
Cheshire played about 18 seconds of just great defense. Took everything away from Lions, really organized. The play was designed to get Olasheni the ball right in the middle of the lane. They took it away, did everything right, and then right at the last second, little breakdown to give Phillip the clean look.
Well, Phoenix trying another 3-pointer. Good response there. Kristen nailing that one from downtown. Cutting it back down to a 1-possession ball game.
Christian was a big scorer in college, hasn't kind of transferred over to the pro level yet. He said he struggled in the first half, but there's 2 good baskets for him here in the second half.
Lions patiently trying to find something here in this offense. Morgan finds another 3-pointer. The Lions at the moment hit the 8th 3-point field goal of the game. Well, they are on fire at the moment here in the third.
And I said, I don't think Matthew Morgan's fully integrated with this Lions team. We've seen him be even better today, just finding his groove with everybody else.
Chagwa with the ball in his hands, looking to give this one up. Being heavily defended. Finds Aaron Wright.
This is where Wright's really good, though. Smaller man on him. Yep.
Again, you got to love his game. Very simple, can play on the perimeter, but also can make the most of a mismatch inside the paint.
Well, that's it. He's a mismatch nightmare. You put a bigger guy on him, he loves to just take him off the dribble, use that footwork we've talked about, and if it's anyone smaller, And he's able to just go and post him. Another great defensive play for Cheshire. Dave Olf comes up shaken, but a great position for him.
And look here, I mean, looks like he took a shot to the face here. And Lesheni just getting called for the... That's a very tough one there because, you know, in my mind, you can see why the offensive foul has been given, but, you know, he's really just trying to turn around, pivot. It doesn't look like, in my personally, this is my opinion, you can disagree with what you want, but you call that, you're going to see less of the back down post play. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I disagree on that one. You know, I kind of, I've criticized referees at times. I think that was the right call, personally. You know, the Gulf did a really good job defensively, kind of got there in advance of Olesheni, and yeah, I thought it was a good defensive play.
See, I'm just a huge advocate of the back down post play. Haven't seen Gabe Olesheni play in Turkey so many great years, but yeah, the one thing you will say, the elbow does come high, no doubt, of course, but a technical foul, I think, maybe have just called against Petar Božić, I think, so a free throw will be, no. Well, no, the Lions have put him in the bonus, so foul has been committed. So my apologies, no technical foul was called against the coach, Petar Božić. Phoenix unable to make the free throws. But we'll get another chance here with Holden. A chance to cut this down to a 2-point ball game. Making the second one now. London still leading by 1 possession.
There's a foul on Luke Nelson as the ball was being inbounded. That's why he shot the 2 free throws. I was trying to work out how, you know, Holden was at the line.
Shaman out trying to give us away the traffic as Solowade in the corner. Deep 3-pointer with a hand in his face coming from David Olf, but no problem for the Magician.
Again, good work defensively from Cheshire. A lot of scrambling. They've got a challenge, but Solowade just got the quality to make the shot. And unfair lead, really, for London at this point. Feel like Cheshire's playing well for them to be trailing by 5.
Well, they try to go in the corner again. Nice execution, but unable to knock it down. Lions with the momentum.
Real small lineup on the floor for London. So the question will be at the other end, how do they guard Aaron Ray? But at this end, they've got a lot of shooters and ball handlers around the roll threat of Sharma.
Wolf there secure the rebound. Both teams with 9 3-point field goals each. With just over 2 minutes here in the third. Right calling for the ball screen. Backdoor finds David Olf. Olf goes up, gets rejected. Oh, what a block shot. Well, back to Taylor. Morgan baseline, kicks out. GB General, Iceman, 3, puts it up, got it. Big time 3-pointer coming from Luke Nelson. But it all started with the defense of Bo Solowade.
Yeah, Coach Thomas might need a timeout here if they don't score. I know he won't want to call one towards the end of the quarter, but you know, this defensive lineup for London is just so good with Taylor, Solowade on the floor. And smart from Wright. He said that, you know, he's going to be the matchup problem for them because of his size on the low post. But Solowade and Jordan Taylor so strong in holding their position. They don't often give up post-ups even when they're giving up that size.
Well, Ryan leading the scoring so far here for the Phoenix. He has 16 points in the game. 1:22 to go in the third quarter. But good from the Phoenix now, not allowing this to get to a double-digit deficit, keeping themselves in this. But, you know, credit to the Lions. The Lions have done a good job from the perimeter, but look at this block shot here. Backdoor play. Olf thinks he's got it. Solowade says, not in my house. But down the other end, the 3-point. That is a 10th 3-pointer of the game for the Lions.
Yeah, but it's the defensive end, like you said. I just love that lineup for them when they go to the bench for Lions, especially in the backcourt. I mean, Matt Morgan's still out there, but Taylor, Solowade, Nelson coming in. They play so hard. They disrupt so much on the offensive end of the other team. And that's why they've taken the lead. You think back to that second quarter, it's that same lineup on the floor for them. All right, it was those 3, excuse me, with Taylor, Solowade, and Nelson alongside, you know, either Connor Morgan and Grantham out there as well. That really gave them the lead in the second period. They've done the same here in the third.
Neither team with any more fouls to give here. 1:22 in the third quarter. A lot of teams will see this game that the Cheshire Phoenix have played against the Lions and take some inspiration from this. I mean, the Lions, of course, have been playing very well in their first few games, but, you know, this is a team, as much as the saying goes, they are I mean, they're not unbeatable. Teams can't hang with them. Remember, they got a lot of games to play. They got a big game this week in their opening fixture of the Euro Cup. Solowate's had a good third quarter here for the London Lions. Nelson made his last one. Can't get this one. Good defense coming from the Phoenix.
Oh, Cheshire got away with that one. They got the matchups all wrong. Luke Nelson, it was a designed play for him, and he got a great look for three.
Trying to go for Holden. Finds David Olf. Time winding down here for Hudson. Just check into the game. Pick and pop, they go for another three. Three is up, and that's way off the mark. But the offensive board, still no good in the putback. The foul is going to be called, so 2 free throws come for the Phoenix. Good stuff from Cheshire. But one thing about David Olf, as good as he is, one kill he's a part of his game is he's not the most consistent free throw shooter.
Yeah, you just get such great value from David Olf. Obviously, you said he played for me in Manchester when I was there. You know, you just can't underestimate the intangibles of what he's able to give you, the motor to get up and down the floor. And, you know, in terms of scouting, it's an easy scouting report against him. He's undersized. Don't let him roll to the rim and get anything easy. Keep him off the offensive glass. That's all you got to do. But just repeatedly, every level that he plays at, you can't execute this scouting report against him. You know, he's tenacious on the glass. He's just got such a high motor. And as you said, you know, if he could just add something from the perimeter to his game, how that would unlock him to take the next step as well.
Well, missed both free throws. Again, that would have been good for the Phoenix to cut it down to a 2-possession game. But at the moment, they're going to have to try and survive defensively yet again. Lions have been good here in the third quarter. It's Bradley Caboza also checking into the game for the first time. Caboza's going to get called for a traveling violation. Just lost his balance.
He had the opportunity to raise up and finish it. Caboza just kind of lost his feet, as you said. Unfortunate for the young man. It was a good move, good drive from him.
26.4 seconds left during the third quarter. Phoenix will try to get one final shot here going into the fourth as they trail by 6. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching us live on the YouTube stream, please, if you can, hit that like button on this live YouTube stream and also subscribe to the British Basketball League on YouTube and all other social media platforms. But again, please hit that like button for this live YouTube stream. Well, another thing that you'll be seeing more and more here is the best content of highlights, which will also be live on the official YouTube platform of the British Basketball League. But also check out our content on Inside the Paint, week in, week out. Again, it's all live on the British Basketball League YouTube. Well, Petar Božić, of course, knowing that his team now with a comfortable 6-point lead, they've really had to dig in deep collectively. He knows that his team don't want to give a foul away, don't want to send Cheshire to the free throw line. It's been a usual 3-point shooting night for his team, 37%. And that's what they average for the season. They're currently 9 for 24 this evening. It's something we're definitely going to see a lot more of them from in the fourth quarter. The question will be, will it go in their favor? Hudson in the backcourt, guarded by Bradley Caboza. Trying to dribble this one down here for the final seconds. Hudson penetrates, finds David Olf. Kicks out, three-pointer, last shot. Big time three-pointer, cutting it down to a 3-point ball game. The Phoenix rising from the ashes as Stevens giving them a bit of hope going into the fourth. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back for the fourth quarter momentarily.
You put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, you're reachable. Lost of heights, achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
settling. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
We are basketball.
Team is everything.
We fight till the final moment.
Slow in the corner for the win. Oh! Can you believe it?
These are new beginnings. Time to raise the standard.
Be better than the best.
McKenzie. Oh, beautiful.
10 teams, 1 goal.
Become the champion.
You know, and it's playoff champions. I've seen this in 2 decades.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
Can you believe it?
We are British basketball.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A big three-pointer to end the third quarter coming from E.J. Stevens. There you can see the deep triple, and that cut it down to a 3-point ball game in which the London Lions currently lead against the Cheshire Phoenix. Well, Lloyd, this is turning out to be an exciting game. As we mentioned, it's been raining threes for both these two teams so far.
Well, it looked like Lions had just got that lead in the third. It was so often used to seeing from them, but credit to Cheshire. They fought their way back again. They just will not die in this one.
Well, finally, Luke Nelson. Nelson tries to fire from the perimeter, can't get it. Sharma, the offensive board. He goes up. He'll go to the free throw line. Well, Josh Sharma in his second season now here with the London Lions. Having spent some time playing in the Spanish ACB with Fuenlabrada and also in the Polish Basketball League. So far, I've only missed, well, I haven't, no, they've been 100% for the free throw line this evening, 17 for 17 from the charity stripe. Well, the Phoenix have missed 6. Think about it, make all 6 of those, and you're up by 1 point. With another turnover with Jack Hudson.
And that's the pressure of Jordan Taylor, isn't it? Talked about that before, his defensive influence, Mo Solowade's defensive influence as well. Of course, when you've got Josh Sharma behind you and his ability to block shots, means you can't really pressure the ball. But Hudson and Ulfgetter still coming back. It's a fight for the ball. Luke Nelson is holding the ankle.
Well, Nelson got the steal there, but in the end turned it over in transition. Kickball violation has been called, so the Phoenix will get it back. And I was slightly concerned there for Luke Nelson because I don't know if he was holding on to an injury, but I think he'll be okay.
Trying to walk it off. Seems to be limping a little, but with an ankle often you're able to play through those. A bit of scrappiness on both sides, wasn't it there? No one could really hold on to the ball. You know, this Ulf and Hudson line up on the floor for Cheshire Phoenix. It's a great story, though. You know, a pair of them kind of grew up together, both played for Liverpool. They've gone through the leagues, played in almost every league of junior national or of National League basketball together. Then they entered the BBL as well. Hudson playing for Everton Tigers back in the day. And then, of course, you know, both played for Manchester. Now they've moved over to the Cheshire Phoenix as well. So a great combination those two have, having played together for so long.
No, I didn't need you to remind me that because in one of those divisions I lost by 50 points to them in the playoffs, so thank you. You know, I haven't made any reminders about I'm joking. Great combo between them, of course, but turnover there off the pick and roll is Ulf unable to contain it. But yeah, you're right, it's a fantastic story. Players playing in all divisions. Well, they're almost like brothers if you think about it. You see them on and off the court, a good camaraderie between them. Well, Grantham now thinks about the three-pointer, takes it, doesn't get the roll on. Still a 5-point ball game.
Good play from Lions, just wasn't quite executed properly. You know, Sharma a little bit outside the three-point line, made the three longer than it needed to be for Grantham.
Well, Holden nowhere to go here, still holding on to the ball. Made it through at the end of third quarter, makes another one. Now it's a 2-point ball game. Well, Stevens has got a hot hand, and they got to keep going to him.
The ability to shoot the ball, Cheshire, another game. Double-digit threes at 40%. So tough to guard when you shoot it the way they do.
Grantham gets caught a double team. The foul is going to be called against David Ulf. It's already going to be the second teeth out against Cheshire here in the fourth quarter. I think about it. Phoenix leading the three-point count here at the moment. 11 three-pointers and already bringing the big guns back in. The Quincy Rideau coming in with Aaron Wright and Skylar White.
It's not just the 11 threes. It's like I said, it's at 40% as well. Even with a couple of bad ones that they've taken, they still shoot it. Those clean looks so well. Another question I've got for you, Josh, is where's Maceo Jack? And we haven't seen him. I don't know if there's any injuries or something like that, but he's just not come back here in this second half.
Again, nice move there by Mo Solowade, hanging in the air and avoided the block from Aaron Wright. It's a good question, you say, because he is right there on the bench, just next to the coach's staff. So maybe a bit of an injury he has pulled up that we don't know about.
He had 3 fouls in the first half, so that's what sent him to the bench. 8 points, but he played pretty well. Sometimes, though, when you do have to sit someone for a long time, and the momentum's with Cheshire, maybe that's why they're not going back to him. Guys like Christian have been stepping up. Stevens has also been making some shots, and look at the plays both ways.
Well, a charge is going to be called against Dante Grantham. I thought they were going to signal for a blocking foul there, but nonetheless, the Phoenix will take this one with 7:38 to go, still trailing by just 2 points. Well, he doesn't matter a few words if you meet him away from the coaching world. But again, it's interesting to see time and time again the teams that he has, the bounce backs. And many people do write them off at the beginning of the season. But you almost picture Jeff Goldblum saying a famous phrase of Cheshire Phoenix, find a way.
I think that's absolutely right. Find a way is a great phrase to use. They do exactly that every season. So that's all credit to them. Interesting. I think the words there to Aaron Ray were post, if I read it correctly from Ben Thomas. So see if they go to Ray on the low post. And if you are guarding him, that is where I think he's at his best as well. Uses those fakes and footwork as we've talked about. And if it is anybody smaller on them, they'll just shoot over the top, use the strength that he has. So it's Grantham that's guarding him. I wonder if they're expecting the switch.
Right now, got it on the perimeter, looking to attack.
Oh, tough pass.
Gets it off in time. 3 is up, and the Phoenix have a 1-point lead. And at the moment, Christian, he is unconscious. 10 points, making that 12th three-point field goal of the game. Lions trailing by 1. And a turnover there by Josh Sharma. Skylar White trying to get the crowd into the game. Lions need some composure now, but the Phoenix looking to extend with 7:06 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Great work from Christian. He was 0 of 6 in the first half, and he's now 4 of 11. So 4 of 5 in the second half. Done a bit of everything. And really has been a difference maker, and that may be what's keeping Maceo Jack on the bench. His strong play in this second 20 minutes.
Aaron right now going with a little Eurostep. This guy taking this game over at the moment. Dishing, facilitating, and scoring for the Phoenix. And they have a 3-point lead as Coach Petar Božić, he calls timeout and wants to get his team to talk it over. Well, 18 points coming from Aaron Rye, but go back to the previous 3-pointer by Chris. The dime made by Rye, I mean, you called it. That's a beautiful, tough pass.
Yeah, I think Coach Thomas expected the switch. That's why he told Rye to go to the post. But even in those moments, you prepare, you tell Rye to go in, but it's still the players that have got to make it. So Rye recognizes the big man's on him. There was no switch, but has the ability to find somebody who's shooting it well on the weak side of the floor that he can catch and shoot in rhythm. And you can see, there's the pass, off balance, beautiful find. And you can see what it means. London being forced into calling a timeout. Matthew Morgan coming back into the game as well, because it's a Cheshire lead here. This fourth quarter, a 10-4 run for Cheshire.
Incredible. That was Aaron Rye's first assist of the game, but he's 3 rebounds away from a double-double with 18 points. I mean, he's been phenomenal in this game, leading the Phoenix. With the top scorer in this game, obviously, is Matt Morgan from the London Lions, 21 points, and he's also 5 rebounds away from a double-double. The Lions' only other player to be in double-digit scoring is Tariq Phillip with 11. It's been good stuff here from the Cheshire Phoenix. Aaron Rye, as we mentioned, played his high school basketball at Orangeville Prep, one of the top academies in Canada. But one Thon Maker, who played in the NBA, but also currently playing, I think he's without a team at the moment, with the Australian International. Of course, Aaron Rye comes from a big basketball background, as we mentioned.
A lot of subs in for London then. Onasheni's back, Morgan's back, Tariq Phillip is back as well.
Grantham looking to isolate. Rye comes over to double team, turns it over. Phoenix have something here. Rye goes in, avoids the block, but no good. Rideau comes up with the offensive board.
Rice lost his shoe, trying to put it on. He's on the floor.
Well, Rideau kicks out. Rye has to go to the bucket, in and around the defense. Another offensive board. Rideau goes up, count it, and he gets the ad one. And LaQuincy Penny Rideau is going to go to the free throw line here for the three-point play up. But they'll know. Have they called a 24-second violation? Because the question is, when Aaron Rye went for the layup, did the ball touch the rim, I think?
I don't think it did.
Well, that's what we're going to go back and look at. Did Aaron Rye's penetration layup right here have a look? If not, it will be a 24-second violation. I think it did, actually.
I mean, he hooked his man twice on the drive that the referees didn't call, but he definitely hit the ring. So this should, 100% count. It was a good move from Rye, and good work on the offensive glass. Oh, wow.
Because you can't go back and call a foul, can you?
No.
But that touched the rim. That touched the rim.
Yeah, of course, the referees don't have instant replay. We've got to say that. So, a miss there. Big miss.
What's touched the rim?
Yeah.
You can see the momentum of it coming up. That should count.
Yeah.
Wow. Phoenix could have a 5-point lead with 6 minutes, but at the moment, London's still trying to get back in this. Trailing by slender, one possession potentially. Rye going in for good hands by Skylar White. That's going to be out of bounds, the London ball.
Oh, it's got to be a reset. Surely he had control of the ball. That's how he's gone out of bounds. Interesting to keep an eye on that 24-second clock. I want to say that the decision-making of Aaron Rye defensively is so good as well. These last couple of possessions, there is no reset, only 3 seconds, and it's going to be a turnover.
That's going to be a traveling foul. No, foul. I thought LaQuincy Rideau looked like a wide receiver there when he got the ball and took a few steps, but the foul has bailed him out.
We talked about the unsportsmanlike foul. Last year, that would have been an unsportsmanlike. And I think the referees have adjusted. And that's what I say. I don't think that's an unsportsmanlike in that situation. I would have thought last year that would have been called as such. I think it's the right call now. So good work from our officials today. Oh, good day.
Again, almost turned it over. Good job by Mo Solowade. Goes out of bounds. Even better decision there by E.J. Stevens to, not fight for it, because he knew that the momentum was going to take Mo Solowade out of bounds.
I was going to say the shot clock showed 24. It can't be that, surely.
13 on the shot clock. 5:53 to go. Phoenix leading by 3 points. Cheshire Phoenix GM currently just against the wall there on the baseline. James Bryce, high school friend of that man Ben Thomas, went to Ellesmere Port Catholic. Well, they learned their basketball under the great Mike Burton, one of the pioneers of professional basketball here in Cheshire. When the club was originally started as the Chester Jets. As you mentioned, only 1 of 3 teams historically in the British Basketball League to ever win the quadruple. That was the Jet Wash back in 2002. Rideau going in all the way, and again, an out-of-control layup. Nobody going in for an offensive board.
And Thomas wanted to travel. Maybe had a point.
Phillip in the corner now, guarded by Skylar White. Looking to attack now, finishing under intense pressure. The foul is going to be called. Yeah. I think Ben Thomas.
He doesn't want to get attacked here. That's the thing. I can feel Ben Thomas's frustration. They've had a couple of those ones that could go either way. See, Phillips, there's not much that Rideau does. Like, Phillips, his momentum takes him into him. It's a tough one. Yeah, but they've got to regain composure. Why is
Well, Ben Thomas picked up the technical, yeah. Morgan makes the free throw, but Cheshire will get the ball back.
Yeah, they've got to reset Cheshire. Still 5 minutes to go. It's a tight game. You know, there's no point in worrying about the calls that have just gone there. That is frustrating for sure. And they just got to reset.
I think the foul was called against. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's why they got it back.
Yeah, that was the foul for Rideau, plus the technical.
Morgan going in again. A strong move by Matt Morgan. Lions taking the lead back by 2 points. Ryan the paint. Going up. And a traveling violation called a turnover against Aaron Wright. But ladies and gentlemen, the moment we're going to take a short break, because we will be back momentarily for this game.
You put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, just reachable. Your step high is achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Every time they wanna clash, I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out of clock. My fail was gonna stop. I am unbeatable, I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, British Basketball League fans. Here, the fourth quarter, the final second part coming up between London Lions, who have a 2-point lead against our hosts, the Cheshire Phoenix Lions, only team to remain unbeatable here in the British Basketball League. Well, Aaron Wright did get called for a traveling violation on the previous play. Lions with a chance to go back up by a potential 2-possession lead.
This is the danger man. They've got to take away Morgan.
Well, another turnover. Good defense again. Aaron Wright coming up with it. A foul is going to be called. That's going to be the third team foul against the Lions. It's not a bad foul there by Matt Morgan.
Nice, smart. I said again, though, the decision-making of Aaron Wright, what he's got absolutely spot on today is the decision of when to leave his man and help on penetrations. He's never been exposed coming off his man and helping towards the ball, but how many times has he got in there, got a little deflection, come up with a steal? I'm not sure what the steals say, but you know, no doubt it'll be undercooked for him because you know, defensively he's played great. And what did I say, 1 steal? I can remember at least 3 plays where he's created it there. And now the other end, Mo Solowade matching up with him on the low block. That could be a battle to decide this game.
White pump fakes now. Tries to go to the lane. Bumps goes up. Does get the and one, but Skylar White will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Something we're not used to seeing him do is penetrate for the perimeter, because we know he likes to do the pick and the pop.
Well, look at the discussions of Lions. You know, the pick and pop for Skylar White. They're talking about how they're going to guard it, what they're going to do. And smart play from White. He's drew the switch, tried to shoot the 3 over the top of Taylor, who did what he's supposed to do, get him inside the 3-point line where people can help. But Skylar White countered that with a little, you know, Euro step, controlled body finish that he was fouled by Solowade with.
Makes the second one, tying it up at 76 apiece. 8 for 14 from the free throw line here for the Cheshire Phoenix. Lions, a perfection of 18 made free throws tonight. Morgan going in. This guy making it look so easy as he did time and time again last season in France.
Same play for Cheshire. Looking for Skylar White. He's got the mismatch on the far side of the floor.
White being defended by Jordan Taylor looking for the post up here. White goes in for the tough fadeaway. Front iron. Nobody going in for an offensive rebound.
That's what we're talking about, the quality of Jordan Taylor, though, to guard the mismatch one-on-one. Lions didn't even come and help too much. Know how good he is. And talking of quality, watch out.
Well, that's a deep dagger coming from Matt Morgan, making now a 5-point ball game here for the Lions with under 3.5 to go.
Plenty of time, though, for Cheshire. They don't need to worry. They've got good looks. I'd like to see him go to Rye a little bit here. Here he goes. See if they can get him something.
27 points for Matt Morgan. Rye falling to the ground. Lions coming up with a loose ball. Morgan in transition, finds Solowade, deep three, doesn't get it. An offensive rebound for for Gabe Olasheni. Well, Dante Grantham coming back into the game here for the Pride.
Only 11 on the clock, so London have got to go quickly here for Cheshire. They've got to make sure they rebound, keep Olasheni off the glass. He'll go after it.
Well, Morgan takes another three-pointer. Can't get this one. Phoenix with another chance. There's ever a time now to be collective. This is the moment. Maceo Jack, as we questioned earlier, where has he been? There's the three in the corner. It's up. In and out. Doesn't get it. Good look, but unable to knock it down.
Oh, they're the ones for Cheshire, aren't they? Just rattled, but didn't drop. So close from Stevens. It's a good look again for Cheshire. In the last couple of minutes, despite the fact London have opened this lead, they've been playing well.
Phillip going all the way to the bucket, gets fouled, and he'll go back to the free throw line. Remember, the Lions are 18 for 18 for the charity stripe tonight.
And one thing for Cheshire is they've exposed Skylar White defensively. Too much on the perimeters. Twice he's been matched up against Phillip, who's recognised and attacked the rim hard. You know, offensively, as I said, they've got some good shots. Perhaps that frustration that they couldn't make them has rolled over to the defensive end now.
The Lions so far this season, 81% free throw shooting team. As Terry Phillip makes the first one. What's interesting about the Lions, usually they only give away 71 points per game against their opponents, but tonight the Phoenix have got just above that. Missed the second one. Phoenix now trailing by 6. Rodon now trying to get over. Again, a costly ball is on the ground, but a jump ball is going to be called. I believe the possession arrow is going in the favor of the Cheshire Phoenix. They'll get this one back, but a bit of a costly play there from the Phoenix. Well, good to see Bojic in a more of a smiley mood, of course. I had the chance to meet him at the Copper Box at the pizza parlor. Very intelligent, nice guy to talk to, but at the moment, he want to make sure his team stay undefeated. White guarded by Olasheni. Looking for that three-pointer. Jack now, he's got to get something going here for the Phoenix. 5 seconds there on the shot clock. Rodon goes for a tough three, the step back, can't get it with the offensive rebound. Another kick out. Jack, he tries the three. Three is up. Nothing dropping here for the Phoenix.
Again, another good look for Cheshire. Just hasn't worked for him in this last 2 minutes, has it? 2 or 3 clean looks, and look at Morgan.
Morgan hangs, and again, finishing under pressure. Nice move there by Matt Morgan. I think it's fair to say that in the final few minutes here, London just have been very clinical. Everything has gone in their favor, but also Matt Morgan stepping up big times here for the Lions. Jack goes to the mid-range, takes this one, cutting it back down to 6 points with under 90 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Morgan looking to attack now, kicks out, Grantham three, corner, and good night to everybody back in the Capitol. A big-time three-pointer by Dante Grantham. Foul is going to be called against Tariq Phillip, and that's going to be team foul. So Maceo Jack will go to the free throw line with 1:06 to go. His team trailing by 9 points.
You said it, didn't you, Lions? Just clinical. Probably a 3-minute spell has been the difference in this one. Cheshire so good. They've got good shots from the right guys as well. The only thing, could they have involved Aaron Wright a little bit more down that 3-minute period where they haven't been able to get anything going? But you know, I think when they'll reevaluate, they'll say we got the looks, they just didn't drop for us. The other way, when Lions have those same opportunities, they've been able to make them right now.
7-point deficit.
Still a chance. They've got to get stops, though. They're going to have to go quickly, Cheshire. We know they can hit the 3-ball if they get the chance.
But for Lions as well, the way that, well, Taylor almost fumbling this one. Finds Morgan. Morgan baseline. Kicks out. One more pass. Grantham made one in the corner. Pulls up in the mid-range. Front eye. Can't get it. Phoenix have to be quick here. A 3 would be ideal. Right now going in for another Euro step. Get him. Well, a foul is caught against Dante Grantham.
And there's a technical as well.
Well, has he been teed up?
Yeah, Grantham.
Yeah,
yeah, clearly.
Well, still a lineup now from the players. I'd be surprised if he wasn't teed up due to his reaction. I mean, I don't think he was, because the lineup's still happening for both sets of players. But 2 free throws coming up for Aaron Wright. We're cutting it down to a 6-point ball game. 35.8 seconds left. Cheshire gonna have to put on a bit of full court pressure to try to prevent the Lions from getting ahead. Makes both of them. Well, there's they should have taken a gamble there. Lions break the pressure. 11 seconds difference between game and shot clock. This is the final foul for the Phoenix to give. So free throws coming up for Tariq Phillip. A lot of positives from this game that Cheshire can take, but it's going to be interesting. They're opening 4 games, unbeatable on the road, but winless at home. Again, who do they play next week at the Surrey Sports Park, Coach?
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season for Cheshire, though, irrelevant of this last 25 seconds here. As we said, wins over Newcastle, wins over Leicester. You know, to go 2-2 with their start, they'll be pleased with that, no doubt.
Phillip makes both free throws, and a timeout's going to be called here by Ben Thomas. Well, I'm going to ask you a question now. Who is your player of the game?
Well, often the player of the game comes from the team that wins. Right now, we've still got 25 seconds to go. I think, you know, a lot of performances from both sides of guys that you could highlight for sure. You know, look at Cheshire. Rideau's had a solid game, you know, contributing, scoring, rebounding, controlling the ball as well with some assists. Stevens come up with a couple of big 3s for his team. Skylar White as well, you know, 2 threes, 12 points. And then 10 points for Christian, all in that second half. But probably for Cheshire, again, you've got to look at Aaron Wright. 20 points personal, 8 rebounds for him. And as I said, you know, should they have gone to him down the stretch? But on the Lions side, that's probably the man for you there, Matthew Morgan. 31 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 7 of 7 from the line. And I said, you know, I still think there's more to come from Matthew Morgan. Probably the best game for him being just integrated within the team for Lions. You know, of course, if he misses some time in preseason, other guys miss out from those hours in practice that you get on a regular basis of knowing what he does, where he likes it, how he likes to play. And I still think there's more to come from Matthew Morgan. A very good performance from him today to be player of the game.
Phoenix now advancing the ball, getting it bound. White pulls up for a deep 3. 3 is up, no good. Grantham secures a rebound. The Lions now getting fouled as Morgan will go back to the charity stripe. Spirited performance here from the Cheshire Phoenix. Many fans all over the country tuning in to this British Basketball League matchup. But LaQuincy Rideau now, his night is finished as he will head for a shower. As you mentioned, phenomenal performance from this man, as we said last season, was, you know, in contention to be most valuable player in the French Pro LNB. Again, how fortunate to have this caliber of a player here in the British Basketball League. making both free throws now, making a 9-point ball game here for the Lions. Well, Ben Thomas calling a timeout. His team trailed by 9 with 18.8 seconds left. And as it stands, London well on the way to staying unbeatable here in the British Basketball League. That's going to be very interesting as well, watching this team as they head for their opening game in the Euro Cup this season. I mean, last season lost in the playoffs against Juventud Badalona, one of the powerhouses of ACB and Euro Cup basketball, also have featured in the EuroLeague for many years. But you know, what do you think Lions' chances will be this season going into that competition?
I think, you know, the biggest thing for Lions is managing the schedule. You know, the BBL schedule can be brutal for teams who are playing in Europe, and I think that's going to be an interesting battle for all the teams. You know, Lions, Caledonia, Newcastle, Bristol, how they manage their schedule with these midweek games, because so often, you know, we see they've got 2 games over the course of a weekend as well. So what does that do for injuries? How do your players able to rest and deal with the travel? And we've seen from Lions, you know, they played a lot of games early season in the BBL. Number one, that's great for them to get the rhythm of play, but 2, it means they're ahead of the pack, really, when it comes to playing these extra games in the BBL.
Well, Maceo Jack, quick catch and shoot from the perimeter, unable to secure that one. Goes out of bounds. Dante Grantham did have his foot on the line, so baseline possession for the Phoenix. Well, Phoenix getting off to a monumental start in their victory against Leicester Riders on the road. Losing at home here to the Sheffield Sharks. As another 3 goes missing in the corner. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for joining us here on the live YouTube stream of this British Basketball League matchup between the London Lions and the Cheshire Phoenix. But the Lions will leave victorious and stay unbeatable, winning 91-82 against the Cheshire Phoenix. Well, Lloyd, it's been a phenomenal performance of both these 2 teams. The Phoenix showing a lot of character, a lot of promise in their game. And again, you'll see them next week, so a good chance for you to scout this team in preparation.
Yeah, really good performance from Cheshire today. As we said, really a kind of a 3-minute period late on. That was the difference. London showed how clinical they are, but for Cheshire, you know, they got some good looks. They had some good opportunities. It just wasn't their day down the stretch. And I think those same looks for them on another day could have all gone. You know, it could have been a much different result, but when it comes to it, you know, Lions have got that quality. Guys like Matthew Morgan stepped up when he was needed, didn't he? You know, came back into the game in that 4th quarter when they were trailing, and he was that leader for Coach Peter Bozic and the London Lions.
Well, take a look at the statistics from this game. As we mentioned, the London Lions, well, both teams locked into 35 rebounds apiece. Lions did have more turnovers for that matter, but interesting, both teams very similar 3-point shooting percentages.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a close game. That's why the numbers are so similar. You know, obviously you can see Lions a little bit better for 2-point range, but for Cheshire, we said they had double-digit 3s, but when they were in the lead, it was over 40%. Just that slight drop, and those fine margins are everything that matters in the British Basketball League when you're playing a team like the London Lions.
Well, taking a look at some of the results here from this weekend's showcase in the British Basketball League, some very big games. Of course, the Phoenix winning on the road against the Eagles, while the Plymouth City Patriots earlier this evening in our first game picking up their big victory at home against the Sheffield Sharks. Leicester Riders responding with a big victory on the road against the Bristol Flyers. But those are your results from this weekend's action from the British Basketball League. Well, we'll take a look at some of the key games going into next week. The big game, of course, will be on Thursday on Sky Sports. Caledonia Gladiators will be hosting Lloyd Gardner's Surrey Scorchers. That will be on Sky Sports. But some other big games to look out for, the likes Surrey Scorchers on Saturday. Coach, you'll be playing against the Cheshire Phoenix. That will be their next game. But you must be looking forward to playing.
It's happening for them north of the border. And so, yeah, we're honoured to do it. Hopefully we can spoil the party for them in the new arena. But we know how good Caledonia can be at home consistently in the Emirates Arena, where they used to play. It was always a tough matchup there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's a big victory here for the London Lions. They remain unbeatable here in the British Basketball League. A big, big victory, but a very, very, spirited performance from the Cheshire Phoenix. But of course, to all of our fans watching live on the YouTube stream, we would like to say thank you for joining us and good night. I'm Josh Bett. He's Lloyd Gardner.